All right, so let's try a couple of examples to practice the square of a binomial. I'm only going to give you A, B, C. So if you have a letter D, just cross that out because you may not even have room to do a D problem. We'll just cross that out. And here's what I want you to do. The box method, I'm sure by now you get it. Like, it's not rocket science. It's very easy to do. So we're going to expand out our square. Then we're going to set up our box method. And what I want you to do is to look at the product. The title of this lesson is special products. So your product is going to have a special look. And based on that look, that will help you figure out what the pattern is. Because then that pattern, you can just go from here straight to the answer because of the pattern. So for letter A, we have the square of 3x plus 4, okay? So it's 3x plus 4 quantity squared. So if I was to expand that, not that I have to, but just to remind you, it's 3x plus 4 times itself, okay? Remember, you just can't square these terms and say, okay, I'm done. Your answer is going to look much, much different, okay? So you don't want to do that. You have to do the box method. So you set up your box. All right, you got your 2 by 2, and basically you're just putting these identical twins on the outside, and we're filling it in. 3x times itself, 9x squared. 3x times 4, 12x. And then guess what? You're going to get the same terms here. 3x times 4x is 12x. Your diagonals are going to be the same. And then 4 times 4 is 16. So just like I showed you in the box method, you're going to bring down the first corner, combine your diagonal. 12x plus 12x is 24. Oh, I forgot my plus. 24x, and then you bring back down the bottom corner. So there is a pattern. It's not a coincidence what these numbers are. Okay, this is your answer, but I want you to try to see the pattern. So let's do another one. So maybe you can see what the pattern is. You're looking at the type of numbers that your answer is giving you. So for letter B, you're going to expand the 5x minus 2, and I don't think there's a reason to show you that. You're going to have your identical twins. That's minus 2, so you got to bring down negative 2. Same thing on the side. 5x times 5x, 25x squared. 5x times negative 2, negative 10x. Same thing, 5x times negative 2, negative 10x. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4, okay? Combine your diagonals. All right, my first term. Combine my diagonals, negative 10x gives me a negative 20x. And then there's a positive 4 at the end. Again, look at your numbers. There's something special about the numbers that we're getting in our product. That's why it's called special products. Okay? Now let's do one more, and if you still can't figure it out, you know I'm going to tell you. So here is x plus 3 quantity squared. Set up my box. You guys go ahead. You don't need me because this is easy. The box method makes all of this very easy. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is positive 9. Okay? There's my diagonal. And I'm ready for my answer. X squared. 3x plus 3x is 6x. And then I bring down the 9. So, like I said, there's a pattern here. If you don't recognize it, no problem. You're going to get the same answer. If you do recognize it, then you'll be able to go from the beginning all the way down to the answer by just knowing the pattern. If you don't see the pattern, then let me tell you what it is. These numbers that we're starting and finishing with, okay? These numbers right here, there's an invisible 1. They're special kind of numbers. If you don't know what they are, they're perfect squares. If you don't know what your perfect squares are, you need to take a minute. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, so on and so on. So the pattern is you start with the perfect square, you end with the perfect square, all right? Then your middle term is just what you have doubled. If I have 3 times 4, that's 12, double it, there's your 24. 5 times negative 10, negative 2 is negative 10, double it is negative 20. 1 times 3 is 3, double it, it's 6. That's the pattern. So I'm going to stop the video because I got to my 5 minutes. We'll write down what the pattern is so you have it formally, and then I'm going to show you another